if it's not Rassie, it's someone Rassie knows. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe it's like his kid or something. I don't know. Like.
I just want to mention, I know you've already touched on it, but I think it deserves more praise. Mara Toje, you're an absolute legend. I absolutely love you. You can have my babies whenever they come around. Your try-saving jackal was the reason why we won that test. I'm telling you that right now.
Again, decisions though. That first jackal on the line, he was not supporting his body weight.
He was, because we sat there like it was like that is not. That's not legal. Yeah. Like this is not legal.
So on all this, the whole Twitter account has been made, where they basically have been clipping up all the all the foul play, all the decisions that got wrong. And Rassie has just retweeted it and said, pretty much, look, it's rugby. Some things go for you, some things don't. We move on to next week.
It's like the evil shoulder and the good shoulder, isn't it? Like the two Twitter accounts.
So his official account is him being like, "Okay, it is what it is," and then this his kind of burner account is him just like spaffing off, just being really angry.
But I've seen something that someone said, Rassie has done us all, because right now we're on a podcast talking about his Twitter account rather than who did something wrong for their team. So he's deflected all the criticism for his team into this Twitter account, which is all about decisions. So this could be a masterstroke. My question to you is it unethical? Like, Gatlin's come out and said, like, we don't need to be doing this. Like, I'm not on social media. I don't care about it pretty much. But I mean, or do anything you can do to win.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if for me, it's just like he's just an immature 12-year-old trying to like indirect people on Twitter. That's literally what it is. Like, he's indirecting World Rugby on Twitter. Like, it's embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. Like, you're one of the most like hotly, like one of the best coaches in the world right now. You know, you're a World Cup winning head coach.
He follows 3 people.
He follows Maro Itoje, Alwyn Jones.
It's the fact he doesn't follow any South Africans. He literally just followed them too.
Why does he follow the 2 second rows for the Lions? It's so weird. It's so bizarre.
He's trying to get in heads. And fair play. I'm loving it.
No, but that riles. I don't know. I feel like it's not it's beneficial to the Lions, because like if I'm Maro Itoje, I'm like, I'm gonna destroy this wee immature prick. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with you, but then also I'm coming at it from an angle as I think referees in particular, you can't not notice that. It's been all over rugby media everywhere. Like, everyone knows that he's got an issue with the refereeing. Everyone knows that. And everyone knows there was some contentious decisions. So for me, and I'm coming at this from an England perspective because I think we've been a victim of it before, the people who go in for the Jackals and the people that are doing the dark arts in this next test cannot be Maro Itoje and probably maybe Tom Curry, because they'll know that. They would they would have looked at every single breakdown, the refereeing squad, and whoever's going to be refereeing this game. They'll know the contentious decisions, maybe not from the videos on Twitter, but everyone does their own reviews, and they'll look at everything that's gone on. And maybe the same goes for maybe Etzebeth and players on the South African side of things, but you can't have the same players going in for everything, because ultimately these breakdowns are some of the most hotly contested breakdowns I've ever seen. You literally can't get half a line break without getting a turnover in these tests. It's a joke. So there's like 8 players coming into these. Referees subconsciously will always just be looking at the key players. They know who's going to try and make a move, who's going to try and get the turnover, who's going to try and do something a bit funky. So for me, when you got Maro Itoje coming in the corner of your eye with that scrum cap on, he's going to be looking at him in the breakdown. So he needs to take a break, and someone needs to step in for him. Maybe it's Courtney Laws, maybe it's someone else.
Are you saying this is genius from Rassie?
Yeah, but I just think it's also natural. It just happens in rugby. Like, people do just get wind of these things. Unfortunately, rugby is an imperfect sport in the sense that you can't stop on every breakdown and assess it and make sure it's legal. Like, it just doesn't happen. And there's probably 10 breakdowns in every game that are slightly illegal to some extent. But you're never going to get on the end of everything. So naturally, referees do just have to pick up on the keys and know where, the moves are going to make. And I think we've been a victim of it before, coming from England's perspective, and I think the Lions might be a sufferer from it as well in the second test.
This burner account's like showing videos of like Cheslin Colby apparently being taken out in the air, and like
it's everything, every little detail,
and like Ali Price hitting Was it 5?
Well, the key one for me was, what was it? The try that came from Ken Owens' like wayward pass. There was like 4 knock-ons, like balls offside, like about 4 million things different happened, and the referees kind of just went like, "We'll let us play his course, and then we'll just watch TMO afterwards to make sure." And they checked like 3 different things, and it turned out the first thing was already a knock-on or something already, so they avoided the rest of it. But like, so many things are going on. These games are so intense. It's impossible for these referees to keep up with these things. It's impossible.
Do you think Gatlin having to go at the TMO being South African before it, then that obviously has annoyed Rassie because Gatlin's had to go at the officiating and he's come out in the good side of it. So now Rassie's had to go at the officiating to then hopefully get the rub of the green this week.
Because at the end of the day, it's all about the ref. Like, you see Alwyn Jones and you understand, like, watching Alwyn Jones interact with the ref, you're like, you could purely start for the Lions on that basis as a captain. Because he was phenomenal.
Well, Warburton chats about it all the time. Warburton chats about how, like, you sweet talk the ref.
Yeah, Warburton.
You see what he did for him.
By the way, fantastic insight. But I'm just kind of like, surely that's just going to piss off the ref. Kind of like, let me do my job. If anything, he's going to be more angry at the South Africans.
It'll go one or two ways.
Well, I remember Alwyn Jones was literally in camera shot every single time TMO went. Like, he wasn't pushing the ref. He wasn't up close and personal, but he was there. He was like, in the presence of the ref.
Yeah. And shout out to him as well for that Luke Cowan-Dickie try. It was kickable, but he decided to go to the corner and they scored off the drive and maul.
And when the line out was a bit dodgy.
Yeah. That changed the game, that decision from Alwyn Jones.
That was a turnout as well, because
I couldn't tell you anything that he did maybe in open play. That was unbelievable, but just having him there.
It's having him there. It's
just classic Alan Wynne. I'm pretty sure he was up on tackles. He'd probably be up there on meters, mate.
But Khaleesi's the same. Khaleesi's really respectful. They're both quality captains, so it'll be interesting to see what their
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they can go get clattered and keep their head leveled and stuff like this. Like, honestly, I could never do that, but that's why I'm not in that side.
So, are you confirming now, Twitter-wise, that it is Rassie, or is he just a mate?
If it's not Rassie, it's someone Rassie knows. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe it's like his kid or something. I don't know. Like,
it's the level of editing that's gone into this. It is like so good.
It's just,
and the account came from nowhere. So out of nowhere, the
account started in 2016, while Rassie was at Munster. And he tweeted once before this last weekend. He retweeted, or something happened with the Munster game or something. I remember reading about it at the Times, but it's just bizarre. Like, you don't even get this in football.
This is the Lions, and you don't even get this.
It's the fact that, like you said, Tov, I think you said he had 3 followers, and Rassie's retweeting him. Like, where's our retweet? We got more followers than him. Come on, sort yourself out there. Like, you don't just see that on your feed. You don't see that on your feed. Like, no.
Imagine Rassie retweeted us. No more everywhere. But that's all it takes. That guy's got.
He's got 3,000 followers.
That guy.
Yeah, that
Rassie.
Guy. Rassie's just got 3,000.
Let's just up the controversy a little bit, and then maybe we'll get a bit of hype.
The fact Rassie's on Twitter's cool, because no head coach is on Twitter scrolling.
Good point.
He watches Squidge as well. He gives Squidge Rugby a shout out.
I mean, like, he's more boy now. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not a head coach.
But just to wrap it up,
just Mavericks everywhere. Like, honestly, sick of them.
Gatlin dealt with it well. Gatlin literally said, "I'm not on social media. I haven't seen it." Bit of a Ken's Uglish when the whole Luis Suarez thing broke, and he with the when shaking Evra's hand and stuff, and Kenny just went, "I was in the tunnel. I missed all that."
It's an Arsene Wenger special. Arsene Wenger used to do it all the time as well. He should be like, "I did not see," and that's where my French accent's going to end right there. So no more of that.
And he literally said, "I'm not on social media. Didn't see it." So
moves on. I mean, Gatlin comes out the better. I think Rassie comes out as just like a wee spoiled brat, whereas Gatlin's like, I have no time for this crap.